What you call it? Black
Black
what
Monday.
you call it? Black Monday.
Black Monday. Why got to be
Tell 'em-
Black Monday?
yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Oh, do that. We'll do that another show. All right, Black.
Yeah,
We keep it a Black Monday for now.
yeah, you know exactly why they call it Black Monday. Well, a lot of coaching firings has been happening. Shit, this season you had one, two, three, six, with Pete Carroll being the latest, along
Yeah.
with Kevin Stefanski. Also, he's out of there. We had Raheem Morris just yesterday. We talked about it on Uncle Chico.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Daboll, the coach for the Giants, he was earlier this season, along with Brian Callahan from the Titans and Jonathan Gannon from the Cardinals, are all out.
What's that about? What 5, 6 head coaching vacancies right now?
That's six right there.
Yeah, I imagine we have one or two more as this dust settles. I think Pete Carroll was just a 1-year deal anyway, so not a major
I thought it
shakeup
was 2
there.
years. I thought they
All
was
right,
just
let's
keeping
say
him
it
for
was
this
two.
year.
Either way,
Yeah.
that's not a major surprise there, particularly with his age and the way the season turned out. That one didn't shock me too much.
Mm.
Um, I will tell you this one with the Stefanski one. It's not that one shocked me, Chico, but it is the first step. But the second step is a long way apart. There's a wide gulf between them. It is the first step to see if they're going to do right by Shador.
Wow. Well, it
Because
seemed
if
like
they
yeah.
would have kept Stefanski, that just means we're not going to do right by Shador. But
Mhm.
now that they have let him go, it's still not guaranteed, but at least the stage is set for them to do more right by him than they would have done.
Wow. Man, we talked about this, plenty of times about how the Cleveland Browns organization, just continue to make the wrong decisions here and there, and for over the long since '99 at least. And Shador Sanders come in, win back-to-back ball games. First time we talked about last night since Otto Graham 1946 for a rookie quarterback for the Browns. And
Otto Graham.
how are we going to be looking forward into the future if we don't recognize that this is our quarterback and we need to build around him? And the one piece that should be out of there, if anything, is the head coach, because he's the one that seemed that he didn't want him. A lot of issues going on through the season with developing him. And hey, time to bring in a new face that actually want to build around this guy and go from there. The GM did a good job in the draft. Retain him, see if he could do that again, and you should be on your way up as the Cleveland Browns. Hell, look at the rest of the North over there with the Steelers and the Ravens, and these guys just scraping by. They beat the Bengals, you know. Ravens might be, and the Steelers might be having a new head coach coming up next season. So the Browns are trending upward. They have their quarterback, and they have some guys, some pieces around him, and the opportunity to put more pieces around him also.
Man, damn, I gotta. What's that stuff called? You be drinking? I will.
I
I can.
I can. I will beverages.
Yeah, I
I
got
don't
to
want
give
to
me
smell.
some, man, because I love your positive energy, Chico.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna pick up where you left it off with the opportunity. They have the opportunity to do right, but I still have to say that with or without Stefanski, the Browns are still the Browns, and I'm going to need evidence that they're going to do right. We'll see what they do with the draft. We'll see
Mm.
what their public statements are in the offseason as they hire a new coach and search for a new coach. Those are going to be the real indicators for me if they're all in on Shador or not. And let me also say this: this is just personal. This is just me. I'm not mad if they're not all in on him. I want him to be somewhere where people are going to be all in on him because he is that caliber of quarterback. He deserves to be in an environment where people got his back and they build around him and put him in the best position to be successful instead of just we're going to keep tiptoeing and putting our toe in the water and seeing. So I still say the first step in that chain was firing this coach. That's done. But that still doesn't mean the other box is going to be checked. Because if you're not going to draft O-line, if you're not going to do some offseason moves to get him a real wide receiver one, if you're not going to bring in a head coach that understands, like this coach you brought into Chicago, that we're going to need a year and a half to turn this around, Cleveland always wants these silver magical bullets like right now.
Mm.
And then when it don't happen right now, they try to move to the next right now. And then they get 15 years down the road and none of the right nows worked. until they go somewhere else. And when they go somewhere else and get the pieces around, they're like, damn,
They get
why
the
he went
trapping
next
right
over there?
now.
Because you didn't do the stuff that other people did.
You didn't surround him with the weapons that he needed. You know what I mean? You didn't invest in him. So, hey, man, a lot of coaches out there. Who do you think could be the next Cleveland Browns head coach?
I have no idea, but I will say this about Stefanski: he's going to get a job.
Yeah,
If he sits, it's because he wants to sit. He is a well known and well valued person in the league, and someone will no doubt pick him up. Sadly, is that this Monday is called Black Monday, and we can't say the same for historically speaking with black coaches. How soon they get picked up. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with like the Raheem Morris's world. But I think the market narrows some because I don't think so you have Pete Carroll leaving the Raiders, but I don't think Pete Carroll is trying to go somewhere else.
no.
So you got 66 openings now, but one of them ain't trying to go somewhere else right now. So I don't know, about the Browns situation, man, because again, I can't say how serious they are. I tell you what, I bet you the Coach Prime room was gonna pick up like they did before when he was, with the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you those are gonna start getting clickbaited out there.
I saw. I mean, shoot, last night with the Coach Prime in a
So
whole
they ain't waiting.
Cleveland Browns uniform.
They ain't waiting.
I was like, damn, they already on there. Okay, he did look nice in that uniform though, but I think he's on a mission in Colorado, and I think the Browns are going to look to bring in. I don't know whether they're going to go a young, energetic type guy, kind of like what they did with Kevin Stefanski, more of a proven guy who's had a head coaching job before, or a guy who's been fired before, who's now a coordinator, has some success like a Flores. A lot of different ways they can go. Just off of those three, where you think they would go? No names, just off of the characteristics, I guess you could say.
I would go if it was me. If I was the owner of the Browns, I would go younger.
Mm.
I like what Younger has done around the league. I look at what it's done in Jacksonville. I look at what it's done in L.A. A lot of these up and coming coaches who have pedigree. A lot of them because they're from coaching families. A little nepotism involved in there. And again, that's something that kind of holds the marketplace back for black coaches because you don't have a lot of black potential head NFL coaches whose dads were NFL coaches.
Yeah.
We haven't broken the ceiling to be in those rooms. But some of these younger guys, whether they be in the college ranks, or in the NFL pipeline, if it were me, I would go that route. But that would be me investing in youthfulness on my team, with Shedeur Sanders, with some draft picks for this O line, with some veteran wide receivers, so he can have weapons downfield. And again, January, February, March is upon us. I think Cleveland has about the fourth pick overall. I know the Raiders are number
I think the
one.
mock draft right now has them at number 6.
Okay,
And if you're looking at the total NFL mock draft right now, I think the Raiders are at number 1,
yeah, Raiders
and
got one.
the Jets will be number 2. So if the Browns are sitting there at number 6, you have a chance to get a highly graded offensive tackle or
Man,
offensive
you got a
lineman.
chance. You got a chance to trade that and get 2 offensive tackle veterans. Like that's a lot you can do with that with a top 10 pick.
Yeah. Mm. Damn, I will have to look at
We'll
the
see,
veteran
man. Like
list, free agent list out there.
Because here's what the Browns gonna do. I mean, I'm saying this, y'all, as a joke, because the Browns, you never know what they're gonna do. Yeah, Browns with the 6th pick will probably trade up and draft a quarterback.
Man, you can't be that dumb. You can't stay that dumb. You can't be like my coach. You can't be dummy all your life, son. You can't be dummy all your life.
They'll probably trade up, man, pick a quarterback.
You
Knowing that.
can't be a little
They
bitty
trade up
baby
for a kicker.
bird. Trade for a kicker. Well, I think Francis Mauigoa once again, tackle from UM, Spencer Fano, tackle from Utah, are all in play for the Cleveland Browns. I wish their offense was on point because if you could add a guy like Reuben Bain Jr., the defensive end from Miami, next to Myles Garrett. Woo! That's something you got to think about right there. But you need just so much help on offense that
Yeah,
you
you got to
can't
move
go
the ball.
defense. Can't go defense.
Got to move the ball.
Sockers high, black fist, and keep your rebel damn flags in the sky. That's right. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah. It's the morning run.
It is.